Hey, the other day I was talking to a good friend of mine, and she was just sharing with me some concerns and what she had pertaining to like her purpose, her fulfillment of her destiny. Um, she was talking about how it was just so many different things in what she wanted to do, um, and she just didn't understand how they could all possibly connect. Like, how could she do these different things, and it seemed like it was in different arenas all together, one from the other. But at the same time, she was interested in doing it, and she was just concerned and frustrated and overwhelmed with just the idea of all of this, and at the same time of doing so much rather, but at the same time desiring to be successful, at the same time desiring to live a life of purpose and to fulfill her own personal potential. And in listening to what was going on within her heart, going on within her mind, I began to share with her, and I just wanted to take time out to share with you too. And as she talked about all the things in which she wanted to do, I was reminded I was reminded of King David in the Bible, and you can check him out in 1 Samuel 16th chapter. But I was thinking about how David, that he was that he was anointed by Samuel to be king of Israel, but at the time he was herding his father's sheep, and then after that he would go on and confront a giant by the name of Goliath, and he would kill that giant who was threatening the Israelites, who were God's chosen people, which David was one of. And then after that, the king of Israel, King Saul, the Bible says that he was tormented by an evil spirit, and David came into the king's court, and he would play, and when he would play his instrument, the torment would subside. And the Bible says that King Saul, he was tormented by an evil spirit, and the evil spirit would leave him whenever he played. So David was David was herding sheep. David was a warrior. He was fighting battles. Like I said, he killed Goliath, and he fought other battles, and he's a musician. And but like I mentioned, he was anointed to be he was anointed to be king. That was his purpose. But watch how God used all of his experiences, how God used all of David's experiences. That he went from herding sheep to, to herding the sheep of God's chosen people. That as he was a musician playing in Saul's court, that no doubt gave him exposure to rulership and to leadership that he just wouldn't have just living with his father Jesse and tending the sheep. That how him confronting the giant Goliath and slaying Goliath, how that won the people of Israel over in his favor and support him, making it easier to receive him once he became king, demonstrating his bravery, and the many other battles that David would have to go on to fight as king, extending the kingdom of Israel beyond its previous borders. That he would need all these experiences. So I say that to say, as I said to her, I'm also saying to you, that we don't know how all these things are going to connect. We don't. But we have to do what we feel compelled in our heart to do, as we feel compelled in our heart to do it. Not just a good idea, but those things that just keep coming back on the inside of us. No doubt there are seeds that God Himself has deposited upon us, and we just can't shake it. And those are the things we need to do. Not necessarily understanding how it all comes together. That's all good. It doesn't matter. What matters is that we do what we're supposed to do and then trust in God. I want to just leave you with two Bible verses today. One is Acts 20th chapter, verse 22, where it talks about Paul being compelled by the Spirit. See, sometimes we think we just feel that way. No, it's because God has put it in our heart. He's compelling us to do something, to get involved in something. So maybe we don't understand how I could go from a teacher to a truck driver, but it's okay. Maybe we don't understand how I could be a musician at one point and then a community organizer at another, but it's okay. All we know is that we're compelled to do it at this time, and that we obey the words of Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, that we trust in God with all our heart, that we don't lean to our own understanding, but in all our ways we acknowledge Him, and He directs our paths. And when we live a life like that, then we are certain to fulfill our destiny. We are certain to perform our purpose. We are certain to maximize potential. Thanks for listening. God bless. My name is Pastor Stef. You can find me on Facebook, Pastor Stef, Stef. Twitter, same thing, at Pastor Stef. You can contact me at Pastor Stef, Stef, 215@gmail.com. Or you can even reach out to me via phone, 267-713-8978. Peace. God bless.